call of the void. Fade in. Exterior, SoCal desert day. The sun swelters down, dry and desolate. Large storm clouds hover over ridgebacks lining the horizon. Dirt crumbles under the tires of a park ranger truck. Dirt-scuffed boots from Lark Dawson, 40s, hit the hot desert floor. The tip of his trimmed beard flutters in the wind. He fits his issued Stetson atop his head and slips on a pair of thick gloves that almost reach his elbow. Dawson walks to the cargo hold of his pickup, opens a hatch and reaches in. A beautiful, full-grown, red-tailed hawk grasps the leather gloves with its sharp talons. The ranger strokes the bird's back.
All right, little buddy. The time has come. Don't forget about me.
His arms lift into the air, and the hawk takes flight. Dawson smiles as it climbs and glides through the wind. It screams, "Keer!" The gloves come off and get tossed into the truck. Dawson reaches up to take off his Stetson. "Keer!" Dawson double-takes, squints. The Stetson stays on. The hawk hovers, awkward and disassociated. Dawson reaches for his binoculars. Through the lens, he watches the hawk circle before its wings stretch back and dive bombs toward Earth. It collides with the ground and disappears. No dirt kicks up. Not even a feather floats into the air upon impact. Dawson sprints to where the hawk fell. He digs, stares at an empty hole. He finds another spot nearby. His hands rip into the earth again. Fingers reach cold dirt again. Sweat drips from his brow as his frustration grows to a frenzy. A rumble underneath him. He stops and looks around. Rumbling. The dirt below him shifts. He backs away. He looks up to a loud jet that soars overhead. Engines hum loud. The sound from the engines mute. He unclogs his ears. Silence. He stomps the sand. No sound. He slaps his hands together. Inaudible. He looks down at his digital wristwatch. LLL. His eyelids shut. Eyes flutter like REM. His head bobbles as he begins to pace forward with no control of his body. Whoosh! He disappears in a violent, breaching cloud of dirt. It implodes back into itself and leaves an abysmal hole where he once was. His Stetson rests on the desert floor beside the gaping void before it closes. Just a sea of desert sand. End of teaser. Act 1. Exterior, NSWTC, beach, morning. Waves crash. Cold, undrinkable water glistens at the boots of fresh Navy SEAL recruits' feet as they run along the Coronado beachfront at the Naval Special Warfare Training Center. The hot sun scorches. The recruits are sweaty and exhausted. Instructors yell. A recruit throws up, wipes his mouth, and keeps running. This is Bud S, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training. Interior Naval Special Warfare Training Center, dorm, morning. Madison Cromwell, 20s, small in stature, but with a bulky heart, tosses her bags onto an empty bed. She looks around the room, smiles, then rushes to unpack. In military-issued camouflage pants over boots, Madison turns to walk out the door. Ashley Keller, 20s, tall, recent law school graduate, leans in the doorway. They size each other up.
Well, shit. Guess I don't stand out after all.
Might be beneficial.
Guess we'll see.
Guess we will.
You the rollback?
I am. Madison.
Ashley. Can't believe they made you start over. I don't think I could do it.
It beats being on a ship.
Not with this class. It's cutthroat as hell. Everyone here is the best of the best. Shit, some asshole used to work at NASA. Even Bradley Beckett's here.
Bradley Beckett? Isn't that the guy who had his Heisman Trophy taken away, then played in the NFL for like 2 weeks?
Twice as long as he'll last here. We got the short stick with our instructor, too.
I doubt he's that bad.
You ever hear of James Adler?
Adler?
Oh boy, here we go.
Captain James Adler?
That's what I said.
I've heard so much.
Let me stop you right there. Don't do that shit. A recruit tried to get a picture with him last night. I don't think I've ever seen a cell phone shatter into that many pieces.
Good to know.
Through their open door, out in the courtyard the dorms surround, recruits hoot and holler. Bradley Beckett, 20s, handsome with a slight southern drawl, takes in the applause from his fellow recruits. No shirt, just toned abs. A football gets tossed to Bradley. He flips the pigskin, threads the laces with his fingers, and fires an absolute bullet. Shoomp! 25 yards from him. The football sticks out of a small drainage hole built into a sidewall surrounding the courtyard. Bradley opens his palms up and shrugs. Madison and Ashley share an uneasy look. Exterior, rural San Diego County, morning. The ocean shines in the morning glow, a few miles out in the distance. An old RV sits high on the hillside off the beaten path. A coyote trots by. Interior, old RV, morning. An American flag hangs. Navy memorabilia sits on the countertop. A framed photograph of a woman with her young daughter sits atop the dresser next to several empty bottles of alcohol. Sunlight breaks through the shades and lands on James Adler, 40s, well-built with a rugged edge, asleep on his couch. His chiseled face turns to avoid the glow. Adler stands in front of his sink, filled with dirty dishes. He picks up an old coffee mug, eyes it, and smells it. He spits in it and wipes it out with a nearby dirty towel. He glances back at the photo. He turns it away as he walks by with his mug in hand and tops it with a bit of vodka from a flask.